Hello everyone, I'm Dennis Cometti. With me in the box is Richmond Titan Matthew Richardson.
Hi Dennis, today should be a great match.
A practice match on the bill today as these two sides test each other out. Today's match between Port Adelaide and St Kilda. They run on in full confidence. They're looking sharp and the crowd are appreciating it. We have the toss of the coin. The Power win the toss. Waiting for the siren now. Here we go. It's Port Adelaide versus St Kilda. Rockliff gives the ball to the man on the run. The ball being picked up before it makes its target. Down goes Robertson. Delivers the footy with a beautiful drop pass. Great, winds it up. He'll need a long-range boomer from here. A set shot on a 30-degree angle. That ball's travelling. Dixon grabs that one. Don't take too long lining up for goal. Invariably, the mind messes up more shots than the body. 15 metres out. Port Adelaide get a goal. The ruckman conscious of where their teammates are. They wait for the bounce. Batted down nicely by Longer. Controlled by Cleary. Steady hands there as he holds that one. Westhoff, cool under pressure, releases in time. He grabs it on the run. Kicked by Carlisle. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it. Ross puts the ball in the hands of fate.
Wines is a great mark, strong overhead and on the lead. Hartlett mistimes it, he gets it under pressure, he gets boot to the ball. Rockliff puts his boot on it. Geary didn't waste the opportunity. Gives it to the running man. Dunstan takes the mark.
Trims the grass with that one. Steady hands there as he holds that one.
That's a nice strong mark.
Certainly that was not a hand pass. The umpire thinks the same. Awards the free. Kicks it. Solid as a rock, and he comes away with a lovely contested mark.
Clurry may not be the first guy you'd follow into battle, but you're glad that he's on your team, that's for sure. He boots it. Stephen marks it. Puts boot to ball. Steele takes the mark.
Kicks the skin off it. Over the top of the pack. Bumps the pigskin. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. Bumps the pigskin. A solid mark from McCartan. 50 metres out. Going for goal number 1. Well, you can really tell he loves taking a contested mark. 15 metres out. Bruce can even the scores with this kick. The first goal for St Kilda. The ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Longer got the hit out. With the ball now. Gets the ball out of heavy traffic. Nice contested mark by Pollock. He controls the bouncing ball. Good tap from Ryder. Wines starts in, his shadow beside him. Where else would it be? Well, depends on the side. The Power by 6 points.
Wines is incredibly competitive, and you can count on the fact that if he makes a mistake, apart from being dirty on himself, you won't see another one for a long, long time.
Oh, he'll be loving that goal when he sees it in the highlights package. Wines loves that. The ball bouncing well. Clean tap by Longer. Cleary charges fiercely with a powerful bump. Billings got under it. Kicks it. Nice work from Gresham. The kick from almost straight in front of the goals. Going for goal number 1. The goal for the Saints. Gresham with his first. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Tap to advantage. He lays off the pass. Puts the head down as he runs in. And the mark will be paid. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. 45 metres out. Membry just gets it through. Umpire has the ball ready for the centre bounce. Claimed by Longer. McCartan just got cleaned up and sent back to Neverland. Solid as a rock, and he comes away with a lovely contested mark.
Billings shown a lot of character with his recent performances. Gresham with the shot. Strong mark there.
Shot at goal by Bruce. St Kilda had scored the last 3 goals. St Kilda lead by 2 goals. And that goal is right off the top shelf for him. Bruce celebrates. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Good fist. Takes control of the bouncing ball. Booted by McCartan. Billings has it. A low stabbing kick. Nice hands. This will certainly test him from this distance. Dunstan going for number 1. He's driven that ball hard, but it's a miss. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. Dunstan just gauging which way that wind is blowing. Anything that goes that far needs a stewardess. Membry has a great set of hands. Fantastic mark. He's kicking from a 45-degree angle. Takes it well. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. Gresham slots the goal. This one gives them an even bigger lead.
Gresham has so much potential, he could just be anything.
Armitage but McCartan looking to make them pay for that turnover. Chips it down towards half forward. He's no oil painting, but look at him climbing the pack like a pop-up toaster.
Longer. He's got a few tricks up his sleeve, so defenders will have to be on their game. Ross kicks it. Armitage boots it. Wines marks the ball.
Slams it on the boot. Strong mark. Stephen kicks. A mark by Gray. That's a massive kick. Wingard gains possession. Brown, a good trummer. Low spearing kick. He was never going to get that. The ball bounced favourably for Wines. He gets a kick out of the pack. Cleary drops it. Tapped by Weller. It bounced straight into his hands as if he'd just called a puppy with a whistle. He has the ball. Deft touch from Weller. Approaching the goals now. He wins the contest. Let's hope the shot at goal is as good as the delivery. 25 metres out. A magnificent kick right through the middle. 3 goals and a fine display from Bruce. They increase their lead. Port Adelaide trailing by 25 at the break.
They're in front and they deserve to be in front. They stepped up in all areas and really made their opposition look set.
And we go for quarter number 2.
Set your goals high and don't stop till you get there.
One down by Longer. That'll be a free for a push. Cleary decides to play on. He was never going to get that. Steele guides it. He gets a kick out of the pack. He takes an uncontested mark. Nice bit of power there. Great grab.
The Power haven't taken many marks inside their 50. They need to be more aggressive and create some room or they'll find themselves far too behind on the scoreboard. Polett choosing to play on. Longer marks the ball. He boots it. Carlisle takes the uncontested mark.
Hastily kicked. Batted down nicely by Ross. Boots it. Takes it well. Gresham in no hurry as he prepares for the kick. Distance could be the problem. He's kicking from a 45-degree angle. All of a sudden the ball has become a hot potato, quickly disposed of by Burne-Jones. Shot by McCartan. Score for the Saints. This kick has extended their lead. The ruckman conscious of where their teammates are. They wait for the bounce. Has it now. Gives it to Cleary. He's really a ball magnet. Wow, what a nose for those loose balls. All of a sudden the ball has become a hot potato, quickly disposed of by Jonas. Membry approaching home now. Membry executes the goal well. The Saints by 37.
Membry is just a real slippery customer if you give him any space.
He's putting on a masterclass with goals like that. Punch by Longer. Armitage picks it up. McCartan gets the ball. Head down now as he goes in for the goal. 25 metres out. An ideal position to be kicking from. Nice work from Bruce. This kick has extended their lead. The ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. The ball is bounced.
Longer. He's got good knowledge of the game and he can see the events unfolding in front of him, but he just needs to react a little faster. Sending it on its way, kept his composure then. Stephen boots it. The mark will be paid. McCartan getting into position for the kick. He boots it. Hartlett with good strong hands.
He wants to play on. Boak was surrounded. He needed to mark it, and he did.
Boak has got some sure hands. He doesn't often fumble the loose ball. He's holding the ball. He boots it. Kept his composure then. Dunstan kicks it. He takes the contested mark.
Gets boot to leather. Marks. Low spearing kick. A clean pickup. Stephen again, Richo.
I can't believe it, Dennis. He just keeps surprising us up here in the commentary box.
Delivers the footy with a beautiful drop pass. Ryder claims it. He decides to play on. A solid mark from Carlisle.
St Kilda are doing a really good job at finding the free man inside 50. I suspect that's why they're leading the match. Kept his composure then. He slams that on the boot. He wins the contested mark.
Puts boot to ball. Spilled by Westhoff. Puts the head down as he runs in. Lobs the pass. Rydick with the interception. Pressure didn't faze him. Kicks as cool as the other side of the pillar. Puts boot to ball. A good mark under the circumstances. 65 metres out. Jams it on the boot now. Wins the hard ball. Bruce getting into position for the kick. 30 metres from home. Going for goal number 5. He kicks it gun barrel straight. Bruce with 5 goals. He'll go home happy. The ruckman conscious of where their teammates are. They wait for the bounce.
Longer is just a real workhorse in the ruck, and I reckon his teammates really appreciate his uncomplicated approach to the game. Sending it on its way, kept his composure then. Membry goes for goal. Score for St Kilda.
All is in readiness. The bounce straight down. Rydick looked about as coordinated as Disney's Goofy. Border Control will be keen to look at this trafficking. Kicks it. The mark missed by Carlisle. Caught with the ball. Puts boot to ball. Ryder grabs that one.
Ryder, he's just an absolute superstar when it comes to marking. He slams that on the boot. Mead claims the ball. He lines it up with the goal. Let's hope he's got his kicking boot on. Well, the power needed that goal. Can they build on this now? Port Adelaide will need to dig deep to fix the scoreboard deficit they faced at the Saints.
A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Punch by Longer. Cleary with clean hands for a difficult bouncing ball. Ryder hand passes out to space. First possession for Broadbent. And it's close to goal as the ball goes over the boundary line. The ball has been thrown in. Guided by Longer. Gresham is able to grab it on the half volley. A good job keeping it in play there. Couldn't pull it off. They'll have a throw in. The ball is coming back into play. Longer gets the tap. He gains possession. A nice running mark. Pollock kicks it just in time. Not sure what he was trying to attempt there, but the ball has changed possession. Term is over, and the Saints lead by 49.
The important thing is to keep your noses in front, but I get the feeling St Kilda may be fighting to stay there in the second half.
Let's take a brief look at the stats.
St Kilda in front on the scoreboard and are racking up a good number of stats to go with it.
The third quarter has begun.
It will be interesting to see what changes, if any, the coaches make for the second half of the match.
Gets boot to leather. Steady hands there as he holds that one. Westhoff taking aim. Testing shot outside the 50. Not what he intended with that kick. Dixon takes the mark. He steadies now in front of goal. It's an understatement to say they really need this one. You've heard the expression shooting fish in a barrel. Well, this is shooting fish in a fish market. He'll be disappointed with that effort.
St Kilda have been taking the time to size up the right option at the right time, so they haven't been hurt on the turnover, and that's why they're on track to win this match.
I would have expected him to nail that. Jams it on the boot. Takes that one strongly.
The Saints have just been so dominant in the marking contest, and it's given them the perfect platform to kick a winning score. He grabs it, puts boot to ball. A good contested mark there. He kicks the ball, he gets in under pressure.
Boots it. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it. Jams it on the boot now. Taken by Dunstan. Gets boot to leather. Strong mark. He lays off the pass. Pittard not getting much of it, Richard.
Dennis, he just seems to be continually choosing the wrong option.
One of only a few possessions.
Clary is quite clean, picking up the ball on the half volley. Sending it on its way. Ryder takes the mark. He decides to play it on. He slams that on the boot. Mead with a strong mark. He plays on. Mead has a kick. Brown marks the ball.
Dishes it off by hand. Dixon just nudges the post. Bad luck. I would have expected him to nail that. Brown with a clinical drop punt. A good mark under the circumstances. A rushed kick. Great mark under pressure. Ross with a low spearing kick.
Rockcliffe must have amazing intuition because he can react so fast to situations, it's as though he's had premonitions. He doesn't want to take too long lining this shot up. Westhoff needs to get this, otherwise it's going to be harder and harder for them to come back.
They'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Saints have been taking the time to size up the right option at the right time, so they haven't been hurt on the turnover, and that's why they're on track to win this match.
Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Look at that bounce. Longer outstretches his opponent to win the ruck. Ryder gets it on the bounce. He picks it up, chooses to kick it. Solid as a rock, and he comes away with a lovely contested mark.
The power just can't find a free man inside 50, and it's really having an impact on the scoreboard. Let's hope he's got his kicking boot on. That was badly needed.
And that goal is right off the top shelf for him. Umpire bounces the ball. Punched by Longer. He controls the bouncing ball. Good mark by Gray. Richard, what are his chances from here?
It's just too far out for him, Ben.
65 metres out. Drifts wide to go through for the behind. It's not the score he was looking for. What do you think, Richard? Can he make this one?
I would expect him to get this, Dennis.
Need with quite a challenge in front of him. You've heard the expression shooting fish in a barrel. Well, this is shooting fish in a fish market. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Ryder guides it. Clean hands with a difficult bouncing ball. Stephen wins the marking contest. Bumps the pigskin. Oh, you can really tell he loves taking a contested mark. 45 metres out. A 45-degree shot is not too hard. He just has to keep his cool. The Saints get a goal. Gresham extends the lead from that kick. He's loving that replay. And he's making sure his opponent knows all about it. Smiles all round. The Ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. The bounce is straight up and down. Longer with first hands to the ball. He smashes and bashes him. Need with the mark. A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. Going for goal number 1. He was celebrating the moment that left his boot. Gets his first. Good Adelaide fans who beat the traffic home today. And that goal is right off the top shelf for him. Smiles all round. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. More bounce than a dodgy check. Guided by Longer. McCartan is able to grab it on the half volley. Dunstan kicks. Good mark by Bruce. 35 metres out. Bruce shoots. He was celebrating the moment that left his boot. You can feel the intensity build as both Ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Longer hits it. Wow, what a nose for those loose balls. The spilled ball is collected. He just can't get out of the action. Kicked by Dunstan. And the ball crosses over the boundary. The ball is coming back into play. Longer got a fist on it. A favourable bounce. And the mark will be paid. Kicks. Nice hands.
Hiddard can achieve anything he sets his mind to. The sky is the limit for this guy. Armitage covers some ground with that kick. He lines it up with the goal. He slams that on the boot. It's a mark. Concentrating hard as he lines up the goal.
Gresham tries his luck with a shot at goal. The goal for the Saints. This kick stretches the lead. The Saints with a handy break, leading the Power 85 to 47. You can feel the intensity build as both Ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Effective hit out there. The ball in the hands of Wines. Ryder kicks it. Kicked in a flurry. Geary with the tap. He's got the football now. Need will be disappointed that ball got touched. Disappointing kick there.
Brown, he's creative with his game. He always makes an appearance on the highlight reel. Gray with the mark. He's caught with the ball. Out of bounds on the full. Free kick to St Kilda. He gets boot to the ball. It's a mark.
A desperate kick there. Carlisle gets the upper hand. Gets boot to high. Marked by Webster. Bumps the pigskin. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it. Ryder opts to play on. Great grab. All of a sudden the potato quickly disposed of by Robertson. Westhoff choosing to play on. That was an interesting term right there. Your thoughts, Richo?
Port Adelaide need to always make a total effort, even when the odds seem entirely against you. Never quit trying. I've never felt that I've not had a chance to win.
A high-scoring third quarter. We should have a great final term. The pressure's on. It's the final quarter.
Never let your head hang down. Never give up and sit down and grieve. Find another way.
Picked up by Cleary. Kicks. A great effort. Sends it on its way. Longett grabs that one. He puts some power into that kick. Armitage claims it.
St Kilda kept dominating in the air and the scoreboard reflects it. He doesn't want to take too long lining this shot up. McCartan with the shot. The ball's travelling. McCartan goes long and gets the goal.
Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. The bounce is straight up and down. Longer taps it. He controls the bouncing ball. Who was that to? Pittard gets the interception on the bounce. Has he? Yes, he's paid it. Carlisle puts it on the boot. Almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark. Minus the peg.
Well, the Saints have managed to rack up a big number of marks. It's easy to see why they're leading this match. Clurry choosing to play on. He takes a strong mark.
Kicked by Longer. Good mark by Dunstan. Kicks it. A good mark under the circumstances. Picked by Ebert. Webster grabs that one. Low spearing kick. Stephen has a great set of hands. Fantastic mark. Pittard takes it well. He's elected to play on. Gray gets the upper hand.
Gray is a freak at understanding and anticipating his opponent's actions. He marks the ball. He lines it up with the goal. It's played on. He gets it under pressure.
Dixon needs to sink this one. A big margin, but lots of time left. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. Bounce goes the ball. Longett with the mighty fist. Cleary got caught with his hands in the cookie jar. Gets boot to high. Ross from behind. Kicked in a flurry. Marks. Hartlett kicks it. He gets above the crowd.
Colette can achieve anything he sets his mind to. The sky is the limit for this guy. Longer with the pickup. He slams that on the boot. Wines. Slams the ball to his boot. He gets it under pressure. Geary taps it. Carlisle tackles him to the ground. Ryder with the shot. Oh, he's missed it.
I would have expected him to nail that. Boots it. The mark is taken by Newnes. Jams it on the boot.
The power just can't find a free man inside 50 and it's really having an impact on the scoreboard. He lines it up with the goal. Mead misses the ball. If he sinks this is going to be a real morale booster for the team.
It's not the score he was looking for.
Brown, he's a smart guy, but he's got to keep a cooler head so he can make the right decisions more often. It's on its way. The power for trailing.
The ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce.
Longer will give you a competitive contest in every hit-out, I can assure you of that. But the midfielders are going to have to work really hard to earn the centre clearances off his ruck work. Goal for the Saints.
Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. And there's the bounce.
Longer. It's just a real slippery customer if you give him any space. Sending it on its way, he marks the ball. Hiddard with the kick. Armitage just wanted it more then. He gets boot to the ball. Good mark. Dunstan puts his boot on it. Bartlett marks it.
Kicks it across the ground. Longer spills it. Very quiet by his standards. Wingard controls it. Rockcliffe is streaming past and gets the footy. Takes it well. Kicked by Brown. A mark by Newens. Kicks it. Great mark.
The Saints could just been so dominant in the marking contest, and it's given them the perfect platform to kick a winning score. Rockcliffe plays it on. Need with the mark, lining it up with the goal now. If he sinks this is going to be a real morale booster for the team. The ball bounced to the advantage of the opposition. Port Adelaide trail.
I would have expected him to nail that. There could be a short option here. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it. Ross kicks. Well, you can really tell he loves taking a contested mark. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. Dixon has to get this goal. Hasn't got the carry. I would have expected him to nail that. Sends it on its way. Ross got under it. Gets boot to leather. A nice running mark. He plays on now. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. Perspiring like it putting in a pot as he lines this shot up. 40 metres out. Westhoff kicks an ugly looking one here. I think it came off the other side of the boot. Ryder keeps it alive with a foot. Geary pummels him, but the kick gets away in time.
Port Adelaide could just been poor at reading the ball off the packs. They need to get back to basics and try and generate some forward run and carry.
Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. Great bounce. Hit by Longer. Lucky bounce collected. Cleary, cool under pressure, releases in time.
Carlisle, he's not the biggest threat on the field, but he can make his opponent accountable, and he requires a watchful eye at times. Weller marks the ball. He kicks it long. He boots it. Ebert gets the loose ball. Ebert is on the ground. The doctor will have to take a look at that one.
It's a win for the Saints. Well, I enjoyed the match, Richo. How about you?
Not the prettiest win you'll ever see, but you're only as good as your last game, and they've won that. Plenty to work on, though, for the next game.
St Kilda won the match against the Power 97-70. Richo, as always, it's been a pleasure.
Thanks, Dennis. I'll see you next time.
Thanks for joining us. As always, it's been... Hello and welcome. It's so hot my sweat is sweating here in Perth. All in all, a good turnout for this particular match. And welcome to my co-commentator and Richmond goal-kicking legend, Matthew Richardson.
Hi Dennis, always a pleasure to call a game with you.
The Doc is set to take on the Demons in this exhibition match today. They run on in full confidence. They're looking sharp and the crowd are appreciating it. Umpire tosses the coin. The Demons kicking to the left of screen. I can't wait for this encounter to begin, and I think the crowd would agree with me too. They're on the edge of their seats. And here's the bounce to begin the game. Palms it down nicely. The loose ball picked up. He plays on. A great effort. Bumped by Pedersen. He kicks quickly. Off the ground. All of a sudden the ball has become a hot potato, quickly disposed of by Hannon. A magnificent kick right through the middle. That will settle his nerves. The first goal is always welcome. He's loving that replay, and he's making sure his opponent knows all about it. Hogan celebrates. Nice bounce. Hit by Sandilands. Lever picks up the loose ball. Don't know how he managed to get that out of the pack. The loose ball scooped up just in time with that kick. He gains possession, hits the running man. Neil with the mighty fist. Fife with the mighty fist. Fife with the tap. A favourable bounce. A mark by Kirsten. This will certainly test him from this distance. Kirsten takes aim for goals. He kicked that one like my wife would. He's kicked that straight into the confectionery stand out on the full. It's a shocking kick. It's been intercepted by the opposition. Kicked by Gorn. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it. Johnson feeds it wide. Takes it well. Vince handballs it. Works it across the ground. Pedersen marks. He plays on. Handballs out into space. Johnson hits the tap. He picks it up. Hill picks up the loose ball. Lewis on the ball at the moment. He gets his hands on the footy. He plays on now. Handballs to the running man. The Demons by 7 points. He'll be disappointed with that effort. Teammates scrambling to make a lead. Almost a touch of synchronised scoring about that mark. Minus the peg.
Hill really wears his heart on his sleeve. He kicks the ball. He gets it under pressure. He kicks the ball. Kept his composure then. He gets boot to the ball. Fife marks the ball.
Chips it down towards half forward. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. Sends the Sharon on its way. Kirsten soars over the pack and takes a ripper. He's got eyes like a pterodactyl with contact lenses. Kirsten winds it up 40 metres from home. Kirsten pulls the trigger with the ball sailing for goal. Disappointing kick there. Does well to keep it in play. Well done to keep it alive under pressure. Doesn't quite manage to pull it off. Great try. The ball has been thrown in. Sandilands with first hands to the ball. Deft touch from Walters. Big man does nicely. Fife takes a shot at goal. And he's missed. Less than one goal in this match. Fremantle still very much in it. It's not the score he was looking for.
McDonald may not be the first guy you'd follow into battle, but you're glad that he's on your team, that's for sure. Vince plays on, gets a handball to the running man. Lewis charges in with the bump.
Gets it away in the nick of time. He picked it up off the ground. His first possession. Good mark on the run. Hogan throws the ball. Free kick. Hamling launches it. Oh, he's dropped it. He'll rue that one. Well done to keep it alive under pressure. He's out of room and he has to cross the boundary. The Rucks are going at it.
Pearce obviously loves playing for the club. I can't imagine him being anywhere else. He knocks it down. Spur gets onto the ball. He boots it. Puts the head down as he runs into goal. Jones, wonderful goal. The Demons out in front over the Dockers.
The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. Here's the bounce. Guided down nicely by Pearce. Gathers the ball. The loose ball picked up by Lever. Nice work from Jones. He shows the quick hands. Vince gives the ball to the man on the run. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. Nice goal from Petraka. That's his first. The Demons have scored the last 2 goals. The Demons are brief. Here we go. Good tap from Gore. Scoops up the bouncing ball. Walters with clean hands for a difficult bouncing ball. And the mark will be paid.
Lever's shown a lot of character with his recent performances. It's a mark. Puts boot to ball. Hill wins the... He slams that on the boot. Walters with real good use of the body.
Kicks it. Matera, the better man there. A risky proposition from here. He'll need a big kick to make the goals. Matera gets the goal from a long way out. 2 goals will see the Dockers in the lead. The Ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. A dead straight bounce. Big thump from Pearce. Deft touch from Kirsten. Vince hand passes. Tyson booting it inside the 50. Nice mark under pressure. Hogan takes control of the ball. He takes the shot. Unbelievable. He'll be happy with goal number 2. There's one for the time capsule. You can see it on his face. He's happy with that effort. The Ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce.
Pearce has the passion for this game, and that shines through every time he plays. Valentine taking aim. Valentine goes for goal. The Dockers trailing.
I would have expected him to nail that. Nice mark there. Sends the Sharon on its way. A good mark under the circumstances. Jones with the football. Clean tap by Bennell. Pedersen with the mighty fist. Five comes away with the ball. A favourable bounce. His foot finds the ball and brings it out of the pack. I don't know if you can see it from back there, but it's a goal. That will settle his nerves. The first goal is always welcome. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. Here's the bounce. Pearce with a big fist on it. Puts boot to ball. Richo has some stats for us now.
Both teams fairly close in the handball stats. Okay.
The second quarter begins.
Develop the winning edge. Small differences in your performance can lead to large differences in your results.
Off the ground. Vince has had plenty of it, Richo.
Yep, Dennis, he's a class act.
That ball is becoming a yo-yo for him. It keeps coming back. Hits the running man. Bounces favourably for Mundy. Quay gets the ball. He's got the football now. Vince kicks it just in time. Hunt with a kick out of the pack. Lewis marks on the run.
Lewis doesn't even break stride when gathering the loose ball, just clean hands. Sending it on its way, that's a nice strong mark. Johnson with the kick, great hands. Mundy puts his boot on it, he grabs it.
A desperate kick there. Good mark on the run. Gaunt decides to play on. Nice hands. Don't take too long lining up for goal. Invariably, the mind messes up more shots than the body. Nice mark under pressure. Petraka winds it up 25 metres out. A 45-degree angle for this kick. Petraka drives the ball towards goal. That's 3 in a row for the Demons. Melbourne beginning to apply their supremacy on the scoreboard with a lead of 37-9.
Petraka will want to try and wheel around onto his favoured foot, but he's still very capable on the other.
He scores, he scores, he scores. What an absolute classic. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. More bounce than a dodgy check. Definitely palmed to advantage. Controlled by Lever. Mundy with the tap. Smothers it. Pressure didn't faze him. Kicks as cool as the other side of the pillar. He spent that one before he had it. Jones intercepts the bouncing ball. Hamling intercepts the bouncing ball. Finding the running player. Kicked in a flurry. A mark by Hill.
When you look at the set shots at goal, there just aren't enough scoring opportunities being created. Get the ball inside 50 and give your forwards a chance to mark. The Fremantle forwards are dangerous anywhere inside 50. They just need to be given a shot. The kick is no good. The Demons have the advantage on the scoreboard over Fremantle.
I would have expected him to nail that. Looks like he's going to go long. He kicks it to himself. Booted by Hamling. Nice work from Blakely.
When you look at the set shots at goal, there just aren't enough scoring opportunities being created. Get the ball inside 50 and give your forwards a chance to mark. But the Dockers forwards are dangerous anywhere inside 50. They just need to be given a shot. Score for the Demons.
That's 4 in a row for the Demons. Melbourne in front. Replays are great when you can see how talented these guys are at conjuring something out of nothing. Gallant with the goal, and he runs back into position. Sandlin's nicely outclassing Gawn. Umpire not having a bar of that and signalling for a ball up. Gawn wins the tap. Terrible timing by Sandlin's. Johnson looking a real threat out there when he pulls in contested marks like that one. Hill had no chance, but at least he made an attempt. A loose ball scooped up. Out of bounds near the 50. The ball is returned to play. Gawn timing terrible. He's leaving his messages before the beat. Johnson gets it on the bounce. Spurk onto the ball. Casanova would have been jealous of that pickup. Picked up by Hughes. Tapped by Hughes. Jones taps. Controlled by Hill. Interception. A little chip kick comes from Lewis. The umpire wants to ball it up. Sandlin punches. Hill aims for his man on the ground. Tapped by Viney. Leave it bounce. The ball spills to Kirsten. A lot of possessions for him. He has space for an easy mark.
Fremantle just aren't running for each other and creating any space to work into. And as a result, they haven't been able to earn many shots inside 50. The Dockers are trailing the Demons.
Replays are great when you can see how talented these guys are at conjuring something out of nothing. Kirsten happy. All is in readiness. The bounce.
Melbourne ruckmen cannot win a hit out, and their midfielders are reading the Fremantle ruckman like a book, and they are getting first hands to the ball. Pedersen has kicked it wide.
I would have expected him to nail that. There could be a short option here. Hamling decides to play on. That came off the boot with huge power. He wins the contest. Hannon made the awkward bounce look easy. He's got great hands. And the mark will be paid. Sends it on its way. He's no oil painting, but look at him climbing the pack like a pop-up toaster. Hill gets the upper hand. He kicks it long. Marks. Kicked by Neil. Nice mark there. Kirsten going through his routine. Unfortunately, they made the grass very short tactically this week. 40 metres from home. Wow, do they need to score. The Dockers get the scoreboard ticking over with that goal. The Dockers trailing by 24.
Valentine just has endless possibilities. I'm really excited to watch this kid grow.
He's loving that replay, and he's making sure his opponent knows all about it. His face says it all. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Guided by Sandlins, Jones gets a less than pretty drop punt away. Oliver gets the ball. He's been seized with the ball. That's going to be holding it. Heads for the boundary line. A mark by Hill.
Hill has the passion for this game, and that shines through every time he plays. He slams that on the boot. Hibbert with a strong mark. Sends the ball to open space. Walters gathers the ball. Walters hands over the ball.
Vince opts to play on. He was never going to get that. Well, yes, he is a bully, but he's not a mean bully. He's more a teacher, the kind of guy who'd take your lunch money and invest it for you. A short handball. Hill looking unstoppable, handing it back to Neil. He steadies now in front of goal. Bumps the pigskin. Takes it well. As cool as a prize marrow as he lines up for this shot. A long way out. The ball is hammered towards goal by Matera. He has space for an easy mark. 15 metres out. The ball is thumped towards goal by McCarthy. This game almost out of reach for Fremantle. I would have expected him to nail that. The defence are doing a decent job of making kicking out difficult, so I'd suggest he takes his time and just looks for the right option. Time to see if there's anything interesting in amongst the stats.
Two teams practically identical in stats, yet the Demons managed to be miles ahead on the scoreboard.
Thank you very much, Richo. This match can be described like seeing your grandmother in fishnets. Unexpected. We're back for the third term.
Think big, believe big, act big, and the result will be big.
Leave it foolishly. Pushes his opponent in the back. That's a piercing kick from Kirsten. Strong mark. Sends it on its way. Vateric wins the marking contest. 50 metres out. The 45-degree shot is not too hard. He just has to keep his cool. Steady hands there as he holds that one. 15 metres out. Going for goal number 1. Fremantle add 1 to their tally. The ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Sandilands is a class above. I expect he'll continue to dominate Gawn. He boots it from the pack. He keeps it in play. He's got the head down as he charges home for goal. Nice work from Gallup. A second goal in the bag. Melbourne lead the Dockers by 23. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. The umpire has bounced the ball. Deft touch from Sandilands. He has the ball. Vince lays the tackle and the ball comes loose. Strong mark. 45 metres out. Ballantyne boots it. Takes that one strongly. Perspiring like a pudding in a pot as he lines this shot up. 40 metres from home. Walters with a 45-degree angle in front of him.
Melbourne haven't taken many inside 50 forward marks, and their ability to nail goals on the run is what's keeping them in front of the Dockers. McDonald being told to play on there. McCarthy nails him. That's holding the ball.
A chance to add one more to his tally. Chalk up a goal for the Dockers. He'll be happy with goal number 2. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Sandilands gets onto the ball. An easy interception for Gawn. Great grab. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. 35 metres out. Gee, you wouldn't like to miss from here.
Melbourne forwards are marking everything and converting their set shots. It's meant that the Demons midfielders have had complete faith in their forwards and are using them as the preferred avenue to goal.
Kicks. Nice contested mark by Johnson. Gets boot to leather. A good mark under the circumstances. Played on, chips it down towards half forward. Jones picks up the loose ball. He grabs it on the run. He runs for home, having a big day going for goal number 4. Melbourne have scored the last 2 goals. The Demons in front.
Petracca has the passion for this game, and that shines through every time he plays.
Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. Both rucks have a fair shot at this one. Punched by Sandilands. Delivers the footy with a beautiful drop punt. Hunt opts to play on. Perfect timing from Petracca. Kicking from about a 30-degree angle here. He's looking to add another. Takes that one strongly. Puts boot to ball. Tyson spills it. Right now he looks like a man in a darkened room trying to discover where all the furniture is. Hughes got caught with his hands in the cookie jar. Tyson getting into position for the kick. Going for goal number 1. The loose ball picked up by Hughes. Tapped by Hughes. Blakely onto the ball. Boots it. Great mark under pressure. Mundy boots it. Nice mark there.
Hibbert is quite clean, picking up the ball on the half volley. He marks the ball. He opts to play on. Hughes decides to send it to space.
Jams it on the boot. He has no trouble grabbing that one. Boots it. Simply outplayed the opposition there. Walters wastes no time and bangs it forward. The mark is taken by Jetta. He decides to play on. He wins the contest.
Viney loves to take a screamer, and I think the coach won't mind him having a crack. But as he gets better and better, he'll provide real X factor for his team. Hannon just flattened him. Fife picks it up. He hand passes it, sending it on its way. Neal with great hands.
Low kick. Sandilands takes the mark uncontested. Gets boot to high. Marks. He decides to play on. Cross kicks it just in time. Lucky bounce collected. They can't seem to maintain possession. They simply handed it over. Nice mark under pressure. A lovely drop pass. Viney wins the marking contest.
Melbourne could bypassing their forward targets and having shots on the run with very few marks inside forward 50. Mundy kicks it. It takes courage to throw yourself at the ball like that. McCarthy dishes it off to the running man. He gets a fist to it. Hunt gets a fist to it. Hunt didn't disguise that one very well. He lines it up with the goal.
Ballantyne has the chance to add one more to his tally. The Dockers need to put in everything they have to try and turn this one around. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Sandilands. I can already tell that's not too good. He's injured. Can you tell us more, Richard?
Mundy will be heading off the field. That looks really serious to me.
He gathers the loose ball. Neil gets the ball. He's heading for home. Materik with an easy mark. Materik takes a shot. Good mark on the run. McDonald puts it on the boot. Gawn has a great set of hands. Fantastic mark. Goes up the line. Great mark. Johnson with the kick. Time to take a look at the stats. It's time for the final quarter.
You can't just beat a team. You have to leave a lasting impression in their minds so that they never want to see you again.
Not sure what he was trying to attempt there, but the ball has changed possession. Hogan lining up. Gallup on the ball at the moment. Nice work from Gallup. This kick has extended their lead. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Clean tap by Sandilands. He controls the bouncing ball. Bennell throws the ball. Free kick. He's elected to play on. Guided by Sandilands. Wow, what a nose for those loose balls. Puts boot to ball. McCarthy has it. As cool as a prize marrow as he lines up for this shot. He's getting accustomed to kicking goals. Danger signs for Fremantle.
McCarthy is just a real slippery customer if you give him any space.
Sandilands knocks it down the field. Takes control of the bouncing ball. He's got the footy in his hands. He receives the handball. The contest, no match for him.
Fremantle just aren't running for each other and creating any space to work into. And as a result, they haven't been able to earn many shots inside 50. Puts boot to ball. Gawn with a strong mark. He holds onto it too long and it'll be a free. Sandilands boots it. Hill, just the better man in that contest.
Gets boot to high. I reckon my mum could have caught that in a pinner. Kicks the skin off it. Marks. Fife kicks it. Taken by Vince. He's elected to play on. Nice mark there.
Gawn has an elite ability to elevate off the ground. Johnson sharks the ball away. Spurred gets the mark without contest. He boots it. He gets the upper hand. Sending it on its way. He marks the ball.
Kicks it across the ground. Great mark. He decides to play on. Tapped by Kirsten. Fife with the tap. He gathers the loose ball. Bennell receives the ball. He gets another possession. The loose ball picked up by Ballantyne. Tapped by Ballantyne. Played on. Sometimes you've just got to kick it. Solid as a rock, and he comes away with a lovely contested mark.
When you look at the set shots at goal, there just aren't enough scoring opportunities being created. Get the ball inside 50 and give your forwards a chance to mark. The Fremantle forwards are dangerous anywhere inside 50. They just need to be given a shot. Sending it on its way. He grabs it.
Gawn decides to play on. Kicks it. He's running hot, Richard.
You're right, Dennis. I've just about run out of things to say about his performance. I'm just going to watch and enjoy this display.
Johnson working like a bricklayer who gets paid by the row. The ball is in the air. Sandilands got the hit out. A favourable bounce. Approaching the goals now. Oliver takes aim for goals. Kicks it. Nice work from Ryan.
The Dockers haven't taken many marks inside their 50. They need to be more aggressive and create some room, or they'll find themselves far too behind on the scoreboard. Jones taking aim. Jones goes for home. He grabs it off the ground. Tapped. Spurred. Hits it. Hill passes it. He slams that on the boot. Fife marks it.
A low stabbing kick, and the mark will be paid. Vince, not wasting time, elects to play on. He's no oil painting, but look at him climbing the pack like a pop-up toaster.
Pedersen loves to take a screamer, and I think the coach won't mind him having a crack. But as he gets better and better, he'll provide real X factor for his team. The Demons are in front.
Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. Nice bounce. Big leap. Well, it could be worse, I suppose, Richard.
If you're going to kick that poorly, you may as well just give the ball straight back to the opposition.
Johnson controls. He boots it from the pack. Has he? Yes, he's paid it.
The Demons' big men are not pulling down many marks inside the 50, with most of the Demons' scoring opportunities coming from shots on the run. He steadies now in front of goal. Garlett with the shot. Hogan with a strong mark.
As cool as a prize marrow as he lines up for this shot. 15 metres out. It looks like Melbourne have this one in the bag. The ruckmen, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Guided down nicely by Sandilands. Bounces favourably for Bennell. He runs into the goal. Takes that one strongly. He opts to play on. Kicked by Frost. Over the top of the pack. Sends it on its way. Valentine wins the marking contest. 40 metres out. He's getting accustomed to kicking goals. The goal for Fremantle. Valentine playing well. That's his third. Well, they got that badly needed goal. Can they build on top of this?
Valentine has so much potential, he could just be anything.
Picture perfect drop punt. Opportunity now for Hogan. Hogan launches one towards goal. Chalk up a goal for Melbourne. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Gorn without a touch. The clearance by Sandilands. Hill shoots off the handball. Gets boot to leather. Strong mark. Not much time remaining in the match. 45 metres out. Materik to kick on a 30-degree angle. It's certainly not the easiest of shots, that's for sure. Disappointing kick there. Hands like dinner plates. He plays on now. Pedersen claims the ball. Not the most exciting match. No real competition between the teams. Disappointing. Richo, any last-minute thoughts?
Very one-sided affair.
Thanks for that, Richo. At the final siren, the score, the Demons 87, the Dockers 53. That's it for us. I will see you again, but not yet. Not yet.
It's the emblem for me and for you. It's the emblem of